that. I said, well, it's just a continuation of his father with a new idea. That made sense to me, you know. Wasn't difficult at all. Yeah, so we just kept on going the way the sensible part. I didn't follow Parker. I said, well, this is your tenure. You were a speaker, a spokesman. You was a spokesman for the Akbar Ali Muhammed. You wasn't the one who would succeed in, not necessarily. You were spoken for his level. If you want to be continued to be a spokesman, be one for Imam Muhammad. That's what I said in the back of my mind. So I followed. Whatever the Imam did, I followed. Whatever he did. I respected him, I see that.
Yeah, it was just natural for you.
Exactly.
Because you rationalized what was happening and came to the conclusions.
And then I found in my mind a place for Farrakhan. I said, maybe Farrakhan could be just like he had in the service. Mop up crew.
Okay.
Bring the ones in.
Right. That's what I heard one time.
Yeah. That would be good for him, you know.
And how did, at one time, during the transition, people were falling out of the community. We call it what do we call it? The first resurrection and the second, all that, you know. And a lot of people were dropping out. And what made you stick?
Well, I didn't see it that way. I saw it, like I said, as a continued development. Like you say, he came to make us men, and he died before he was completed. I saw Imam taking us to another level, you know, and I wanted to go there. He started out on his first speech progress with the Surah Al-Rum. I'll never forget his first sermon. And that particular impression, when I first heard him on the radio, on the radio then, it enhanced my belief in the direction he carried us, you know. And he didn't rush into it, he gradually took us into it, you know. I could see that too. I laughed to myself. I said, a lot of people got a question mark on what he's saying. I said, he's bringing us into further knowledge of ourselves. And incidentally, Arabic was a subject that I wanted to learn, but I decided I'll read the Quran in English. And then after I did it so much, the Imam said, he said, well, you don't know Arabic. He said, we're going to be teaching you Arabic and English anyway, so recite it in the language you know. And then I thought, I said, well, look, every nation and every people have their language. And I noticed that Christian is not in Hebrew, however, they're Greek. They teach English. So I thought I might as well read the Quran in a chanting form in English. So I'd read the Quran and I'd chant it in English. You know? He said, chant the Quran, but chant it in your dialect. I didn't know Arabic, so I chanted it in English. And I was made fun of for doing that. I'm not going to tell you who said that, but one brother criticized me for chanting in English. That's the only brother who chanted.
Well, you know, not lots of fun like that. We all have our duties and responsibilities.
That's correct. I understood that. I didn't comment.
But look, how did Imam Ali Muhammad impact your life?
Oh my God. Guidance and common sense about the religion. Common sense about it. Not to go to an extreme. He gave us the flexibility to either go this way or that way with knowledge, you know. But he didn't know pressure. The pressure is what the Nation of Islam is. It's just like a cap off my head when he began. And in fact, my wife, she want to do something for self, but have some common sense. If you're going to do something for self, make sure you have provision to last you until you get this, say you want to start your own business. You got to have a vision where you can operate until you can start making a profit. I mean, going into business. You can do it and you strain, you end up out of business.
That's right.
So don't go into business unless you're ready to go into business. And then when you go into business, be consistent, be focused, stay focused. He taught me all of that. To stay focused and in order to be successful, you've got to strive to be successful with the proper tools. First of all, mindset. And learn the proper technology from the proper places. You want to know about the economy, study economics. You want to know about, whatever. He taught me, and he's still teaching me. I still listen to his tape, and still listen to his CDs, about common sense.
What were you doing when Imam Ali Muhammed returned to Allah?
What was I doing? When he first took over?
No, when he returned to Allah.
Oh.
The day he returned to Allah, what were you doing?
He returned to Allah in 2007? Okay. Well, I was working. I was working day and night, mostly long hours, But I would come to masjid, I would come to masjid. Sometime I'd have to miss because of work, but I'll come to masjid on Friday. So my brother said that we had gone to, I hadn't heard nothing though.
Okay.
The brother said we've gone to eulogize, not eulogize, but the prayer, And they use Imam Muhammad. When I heard Imam Muhammad, I was surprised. I said, Imam Muhammad? And I watched the CDs, and I saw him frail. I saw him look as if he was ill and that type of thing, but he didn't sound that way. He looked that way. He didn't sound that way.
That's right.
Sound this is, like he always have. And also, I read in Muslim Journal, that he had been told by his brother, well, he wanted to tell his brother that he was working himself too hard. That's about a week or two before he died. He said he wouldn't tell him because he wasn't going to do it anyway. He continued working. Then I heard him saying that I got to finish this. I need to finish this today. I looked at that too. I looked at all of that, And then a funny thing about the last sermon, he gave the Talut, the first Sunday broadcast, and then he did something unusual. He had everybody that wanted to come up and say what they had to say. He said, well, he told them don't say anything that he didn't talk about today. And his last sermon was about citizenship, how to become a citizen, what is citizenship, explained all of that. And they didn't ask him not one question about citizenship, as I know, not one question. But they did comment on taking charge of your life, and that type of thing. We have to take charge because everybody's doing this and everybody's doing that. Okay. I've got more to talk about past that. But
we just want to know how, what were you doing that day and how did it impact your life?
Yeah, I was here. The first I heard when I was here at Juma. And I didn't hear it till after Juma was over.
Right.
We're going to do the judgment for him.
Okay. All right.
Shocked me.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You wasn't ready for the passing of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and you wasn't ready for the passing of
shocked me. Each one of them shocked me. Yeah.
So let me ask you this question here. What could we have done different as a community of men than what we did do?
Doing what period?
During our Islamic experience under Imam Ali Muhammed.
What could we have done?
Yeah, what could we have done different or better, shall we say?
Well, we could have showed a wall of unity. When I say wall of unity, Imam came down here once, back in 06 or 05, something like that. I forget when he came. And seemed to have been a slight misunderstanding, I guess. I put it that way. And a brother by the name of Bilal and the last year, I don't know whether he discussed with the Imam or not that the Imam was coming or what. He did it on his own. That kind of confused me a little bit. Not confused me, but it bothered me a little bit, the split, because I realized unity is the key, even if you don't like it. I don't know whether or not he gave the mosque respect or was he turned away. I don't know, but there was a little slight friction between him and the Imam here. And I wasn't quite in tune with why, So he began to talk about, what disagreement here. I said, well, and they this and they that. I said, well, let me tell you something. I said, regardless of how you feel, I said, you should stay in harmony. You never show dissatisfaction between the community. We should always keep it intact, I said, well, them brothers don't. I said, well, them brothers probably, if they did this, they probably hadn't grown to understand better, to do better. They hadn't grown yet. So give them chances. Don't talk about them. I said, let's help them, in that type thing. It's best to get me on his side. But I wouldn't go that way. So I kept in mind, common sense. It's common sense that what Imam is saying is correct, but we have to stay balanced. We can't be an extreme, not in either direction. I've been successful that way. And whether I had $100,000 or whether I had $10, I was able to manage and be successful.
What do you see our community as, say, 50 years from now? What do you hope, or what do you see us as?
Well, whether we know it or not, we got a president that is, if you notice how you answer the question, how you speak, he's coming from a revelation. And I do believe that he is inspired to get his inspiration and revelation inspired from God. I believe God forms that, and he takes that in mind. If you notice how his background, half white, half black, but black. Anything being white and black is the same. There's nothing white and black. The rest in between is sort of come from that, or anyway, if you know what I mean. So he's perfect to bring us to a transition that we can be as good as anybody else. And as we educate the Muslim believers, they'll have to grow into that understanding. They'll always be followers. They'll always be followers, need to be followers, because 90% of people is going to go according to what somebody else did. But then it should be just a handful of readers who are right people, And with this in mind, they understand the job. The leaders, the handful of leaders are going to have to lead, and the community will naturally follow those that, will follow anyway. I can see ourselves in about 10 years with the opportunity to have our own community, probably build this property, develop this property into something we always wanted, whether it be school, restaurant. This building here, we could put many departments and many things within this building here. All we need, this is prayer here. The office, look at upstairs. Develop this building. We, as Memphis community, we have to work at home first. Work at the mall first. We got the community here. The property and everything. Let's develop it fully. Let's develop it fully. We also have a plot of land that I invested into with the Metco. What we got, let's build it. Let's build it. Then from there, we'll be attracted by the community, and there'll be openings for other land that would be developed. I believe once we get this economy in shape, everybody's kind of suffering a little bit. Once they get in shape, this Obama along with others, is going to establish where the automatic. It's going to be all you got to do is put forward an effort. And I believe that we who are working to see this as a community, who are going to be leaders here, see this, I think we will be not self-independent, but we have an independent community within 5 to 10 years. Independent community, well developed, and dealing with the necessary merchant that we need to be successful. We respect by them because of the way we operate, and we have the proper attraction that will get the respect that we need. I'll see we having a Moetic call and prayer from the rooftop. I say to see within 10 or 15 years. I see that. I see no longer than that. No earlier than that. I see from the growth I've seen from what we are now.
Well, this is going to conclude our interview.
Okay.
And I would like to say to you, thank you so much for taking time and sharing your life with us.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Again, excuse me, this is another interview that we have had with our honored pioneer of Akbar Ali Bilal Muhammed. This concludes another interview, part of a series of interviews that we will be conducting, inshallah, throughout the year. Thank you for having us. Assalamu alaikum.
Alhamdulillah.